Alrighty, Mono White Skalds, Boros kind of aggro-y deck. It is a Mono White deck that we're splashing for Showdown of the Skalds. The biggest thing with these Mono White decks is you dump your hand. If your opponent has a sweeper, you generally lose. So the way we're trying to offset that is by playing Showdown of the Skalds, draws us 4 cards, and then buffs our team. Traditional White Weenie Shell, you have Monk of the Open Hand, Usher of the Fallen, Paladin class as an Anthem, Battlefield Raptor, just as the kind of next best one-drop. Flying first strike, when you put counters on it, can become quite formidable. Clarion Spirits, Warhounds to get ahead on mana, as well as thin out the deck. You have Luminarch Aspirants, Spellbinders, Skyclaves, as well as the Sparring Regiment. The one card I wanted to check out, there was a 3-mana creature that when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for any enchantment, put it on top. Like, this can be technically copy 5 of Showdown of the Skalds, which is interesting in these types of decks, but I think we're okay. I like the Sparring Regiment as a one-of, but we will give this one a shot, see how this one plays out. Where'd you go? Mono White Skalds. For those of you tuning in on YouTube afterwards, if you do enjoy the content, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It's all free and helps out the channel. Whereas if you're watching on Twitch and you're not following thus far, it's free to follow. Lets you know when we go live. But everything I do play live gets archived onto my YouTube channel. This hand's good. See what the opponent wants to do. Monk into Clarion Spirit into Warhound. Gets us another land, which is nice. We draw another 1-drop. Particularly plays out nicely. Mono G Aggro. So if we draw another 1-drop, then I'll play out both. Opponent's getting priority because of Lair of the Hydra. Kind of annoying here. Either they disconnected or they no-showed. 22 lines in the deck. I think that's fine given our curve. We also have these Warhounds which find lands, which is nice. That's actually perfect because now I can hold this pathway for red and then next turn guarantee I play out something like 2 spells. That'll trigger Clarion as well as the, so we go this turn, Warhound, and Usher the Fallen next turn. Opponent, wake up. So not like a super explosive turn, but decent start. Daddy-o. Notwithstanding like trample from a 3-drop, 2-drop into fight spell, we're in a pretty good spot. I think Ooze is fine here. Next turn, I can Skyclave Apparition the Oran Refuse. Get that off the table. Can just chump block this for days. Can also double spell next turn, get some more counters. See what the opponent does here. Could be a fight spell. Yep. I got Shambler here. So we'll Skyclave Oran Reef because Oran Reef's going to put counters on Shambler. Whenever a creature becomes a target of a spell an opponent controls. So Skyclave gets around that. Oracle. Just go to the untap link. That would be the one we're using. Opponent! You're killing me, opponent. That's also very good. Oh my goodness. Hello. They might have Snakeskin. So they can trade with my Usher the Fallen, but alright. Opponent decided to take a nap. We'll take the win. Let's go. Still trying to find my favorite deck in this format. This one was one that I really enjoyed, but... Dark Roast MTG, thank you for the follow. How's it going today? Welcome aboard. This hand is gas. No. Sparring Regimen next turn. We'll learn probably for Inkling summonings. Monkas. Are you kidding me? Double Portable Hole. Against the Mono White deck. I don't really like these because, like, in this matchup, they're killing us. That's annoying. I think this turn we're just doing... I think we're doing this. Passing turn. Like against Dimir, they don't do too much. Like they can hit random tokens, I guess, but 2 to 3 mana. If they hit 3 mana, like Baffling End, stuff like that. Okay, so opponents hit their better curve. Obviously, hitting our 2 1-drops really hurts us. level up here. Just try to race. Next turn I go Sparring Regimen. Lets me get a bit chunkier there. Also, that being a 5/3, I have Reduced to Memory, which isn't terrible. So I either go Inkling Summoning or Reduced to Memory. Wow, and they had the Kabira. It's definitely a hand. I think we need to go Mascot here. So here they can block with the two of them. I think I would have waited on the Kabira takedown. But really what I need to get here is... I think I'm dead anyways. Yeah, I need this Mascot to pop off. Because they have Haven here. Put it on the land makes sense. Saxes. Yeah. Opponent's removal lined up better than ours. The hand was good. I keep that hand all the time, I think. We just didn't hit what we needed to. I think I might switch out the Luminarchs, or not, Clarion Spirits for Professors. I think I value Learn more in this format. We don't get the land, but I think just playing out more power makes sense. It's going to be hard. Like, we're going to have to hold this for a few turns. Showdown's great. Okay, so this is Izzet Dragons, so this is basically a dead card in the matchup. Alrund's Goldspan. Expressive. Goldspan here. So this could be a counter spell. Land, please. Land, please. I want to sneak the Showdown down. We'll have a couple turns before they get to this Alrund's, so I have 7 power on board this turn. Untap land. Okay, so that means that they have Frostbite. Oh, just Demonable. I'm okay with that. Probably our best draw outside of that. Because we're going wide now, so they're going to have to hold back. Go. Easy, easy. I'm going to try switching Clarion Spirits for the Professors. I want to see how those play out. Because outside of turn 2, it's not the best. And then this can always just find us stuff on the sideboard, which I like. And it's like a constant supply of potential second spells. haven't had a chance to pop off with the skalds just yet. Keep this hand. No, one drop's a little awkward. Just for really need a land here. So that's clearly an inscription. I think we do that. I'm just gonna play this out because next turn my play is gonna be Skyclave Apparition. We don't get the value, but if they don't fight it. Okay. This is inscription. It is not. So I think we do this. Next turn sets us up nicely. He says as he draws three drops. The deck's got so many 1-drops. I'm gonna try to race, which is interesting. Chariot, Vorinclex. I can exile a Chariot, which is fine. Put counters on the flyer. Professor's nice here. Can get Academic Probation, which prevents a blocker the following turn. Can get this expanded. I think I like Academic Probation. So I can make this 5 power, but I think we're just going to the skies here. Do I care about Chariot? Like, they can play out the other Chariot anyways. This lets me put him on a faster clock. And then I can just take him off a blocker here. So here I get to get a Paladin emblem. And then Academic Probation. Okay. That felt sweet. Professor. So if we look at that game and we say Clarion Spirit doesn't really do anything for us there because we are out of cards. How are we doing with this deck? So 3-1 and then 8-2 thus far. I was playing a version of this earlier. Yeah, that is a keep and a half. Monk into Monk. Paladin into Sparring Regimen. Okay, that's cool. We may even just pump up the jams next turn. So this gets me Warhound, this gets me ahead on lands. That lets me Showdown next turn. And this, even if they have a binding, it's not great for them. I don't want to commit any more creatures to the board, I don't think. Okay, so they're like a rampish deck. So I think we're going Showdown here. Play this out, attack for 9. And then next turn I get to play both of these. And if they don't have a sweeper, we're in a really good spot. What do you got? Got binding. So at the beginning of your upkeep, exile and all creatures or planeswalkers with make that cost a lot more. And then because they have binding, I'm gonna split my threats here. So they have to decide. They have Frogmite or Froghemoth. Don't particularly care about that. We'll get Mascot Exhibition. I think we're just gonna max damage this turn. And then Inkling Summoner. They're basically forced now to have another sweeper, and then I just get to refuel with Mascot Exhibition. Okay, they get 2 lands. So I'm actually not going to commit any more to the board. What I'll do is level. This way both is lethal. We just kind of pop off like that. So either way they block, they're dead. Awesome. And that's why, like, I'm playing Showdown. Like, if we just commit it to the board, we get Shadow's Verdict, we're probably in a rough spot. But here, really liking Professor. Professor was the switch that we needed. Oops. Let's run one more with this one, see how it plays out. Couldn't quite crack into the numbers today, but been fun nonetheless. think I'm gonna lead. So this always attacks for 2. If they're on a burn spell, I'd rather they hit that. So we'll attack first. So this could be a sweeper out of them, Draconic Intervention. I think I like... I think I like learning this turn for sciences. Playing out a second one of these is also nice. Means any of their instant speed shenanigans don't work as they intend. Could just be seeing like Goldspan here. This lets me Skalds next turn. And then just refill my hand. So it costs 10 mana now to do. Are they going to mill me? This might be the Tasha deck. Oh. Draw 4, get 4 treasure. I think we're gonna Showdown here. A little awkward, not another spell. Let's see what they do here. I was hoping for another 1-drop to trigger this. Okay, so we're getting upkeep tier. Kind of sucks. If we got one more counter on it, it would have been good. Can't activate those. So I think what we're doing here... So like my options are get a land or get Mascot Exhibition. I think I like the Mascot Exhibition line. Could Inkling Summonings. I think we're just getting Mascot here. It took him off quite a few treasures to be able to do that. In between Sparring and Luminarch, I should be able to put enough counters on this, hopefully. A lot of damage through. Land? Yeah, I'll take that. think we're gonna get this going because it gets a turn earlier. We're probably in a bad spot. You don't win many games that you get double Magma Opused, I would say. Taking 8 here. So do this. Do this. I think we're just doing this for the turn. Make this so it can't block. Like Bug Ben out. Obviously, if they start chaining all runs together, we're in a bad spot. Wizard Spellbook. Okay. They get to learn here. I think we're spreading the love. Next turn I have some options. I'm trying to go as wide as possible for the Anthem effect. Obviously though, if they can Magma Opus, Windfall. We're showing the grind of this deck though, which is nice. This could be another turn spell. Yeah, they get 2 turns here, which is kind of gross. Just probably enough to get us here. Did they hit another one? Okay, I just want to see what they're doing at this point. That was sweet. Not even mad. We're gonna play this deck. We're gonna try that deck out. That seems sweet. You know what, we lost, but we lost in a cool way. I don't think that game goes any different. We played to our outs. They had the removal. Being able to recycle their spells played pretty well for them. Let's go Urshers. This hand's probably a little loose. We don't have much power. We have a lot of go wide, but we don't have a lot of power. I might want the expanded, the the exile, the 5-mana exile. Oh no, but this does the same thing. I guess we could have got the Wizard Spellbook off the table with one of the learns, but we had learned prior to that. Come on, opponent. So we're overall 9-3 with the deck. Some of it was played before, but we're 4-2. 4-2 here. Lost against Deimos. So I think next turn... Because we didn't draw a land, I'm going to play this out this turn, get Sciences. Sciences here is good because it lets me play a couple spells. Interim, how's it going? Got a Dimir gamer. So the question is, do I want Sparring Regiment or another Usher? Another Usher lets me push through some more damage. They won't have a sweeper till at least turn 4. I think we're doing this. And then next turn, play out, depending what they do. If they tap out, Usher also lets me put pressure on the board. I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you for coming back. I really want the Sparring to stick. Let's do this. This is kind of must counter for them. That sucks. But they got to use a Jawari on it. Okay, if they're just beholding, we're in a good spot. Land is lethal, potentially. I think we're just going Paladin class here. And then making a token. I don't want to commit anymore into a sweeper. Just the monks. This is 2022, so Basri Ket's not in here. We're playing Showdown of the Skalds instead. So our 4-drop slot is the Showdowns. Yeah, he's part of M21. Douglas, thank you for the Prime sub. Much appreciated. How are you doing today? Basri, Vivian's gone. Ugin's gone. Okay, we're getting high enough that we're playing number players again. Some of the bad decks we played today have washed away. This hand's a little 3-drop heavy, but I think with a creature land we're fine. If they are on Dimir. Yeah, it's nice that you don't have your entire board just... everything you've built up to this point just oops. Okay, so they are on Summoner. They on the Cyclone. So no real hard removal early. So this Usher should get some damage in. Playing this out now. It may be on... I would imagine they're on Cycloner. No blue mana is a good start at least. We're gonna throw out a Spellbinder next turn. Kind of... Okay, yeah, they are on that. Let's scout what's happening. Divide by 0, Eureka moment. I think we're doing this. Largely think that's fine, to be honest. We just want to slow them down. And like here... They can divide here if they want. But I get to play it out next turn. Yeah. Land next turn. We're one short, but in a pretty decent spot. If they play out a creature, head explodes. So I really like this deck. You get all the pressure of Mono White, but with kind of some resiliency with the Showdowns. The Learn package has definitely improved it. I definitely like this version better than where we started. Can we do enough Snowlands? If I cut this... If I cut the Bugbear... No, I still think we need these creature lines. I think we're going to keep it like this. I've liked this iteration. Sparrings come in handy in the instances. Skyclave has its place. Not great against control, but really good against like mono green, the mirror, stuff like that. One thing we could experiment with is Portable Hole in place of the Battlefield Raptor. I generally like to be more proactive, but I think it is something that reasonably can make sense depending on what we play into. But I think I'm going to